When it comes to the selection of binders and portfolios to give yourself protection for your collection, there is an ever-growing plethora of choices. Today's video will examine several of the newest, best, and possibly worst that are being offered for your Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, and other standard-size trading cards. We will compare and contrast the Ultimate Guard Flexfolio Land series, Dex Protection's new line of Zip Binders, as well as the Codex line from Dragon Shield. Many different companies make many different binders and portfolios, and many different players have many different needs. But with so many choices, some are better than others, sometimes by a lot. Let's take a look. Let's begin with Ultimate Guard. Ultimate Guard's new Land Series 2 design comes to the Flexfolio, optimized for double-sleeved cards and decorated with the vibrant Lands design. Only available in 9-pocket styles, these portfolios hold a total of 360 double-sleeved cards. Pages are acid and PVC-free with a side-loading pocket design. As with most Ultimate Guard binders, these pockets tend to do best with sleeved or even double-sleeved cards, or for those players who like to stuff a trade binder full with multiple copies of a card, but while they can hold single unsleeved cards within them, they can be a little loose, and I usually recommend that you at least single sleeve cards in these binders. Another issue that we need to look at is the flexible nature of the Flexfolios. One of my biggest issues with portfolios like the Flexfolio is, well, just how flexible it is. Think about the fact that your cards are inside this. It's likely going to be put in your backpack, tossed in a trunk, carried around with you. Many different types of transport, that's what this is going to be used for. And, well, without a firm cover, your cards are going to bend just as much as the cover to this Flexfolio does. That doesn't make me too happy in terms of their protection and care. I don't want somebody to accidentally step on or sit on my backpack and have a folder that can do this with my cards inside. I would much rather have a folder with a firm exterior that if somebody steps on my backpack, this is not necessarily going to bend and put my cards at risk. Now, there may be reasons that you, the customer, want to have a more flexible folio, in which case the Flexfolio is going to suit you in those areas, but there's another problem. Unfortunately, the covers are not exactly top quality as they become scratched incredibly easily. I noticed scratches after just one trip down to the LGS from taking this in and out of my backpack. And as testing continued, more appeared every day. I have no doubt that after a few more months of even moderate use will result in some very messy looking exteriors. So while there are some that maybe prefer the flexible cover to that of the more rigid style, which I encourage, the easily scratched off artwork seems to go against the point of an illustrated portfolio. And when the price on these is $29.99 each, it's hard to dismiss these issues as just minor aesthetics. Since the interior pockets and pages function fine, I'll go ahead and grade these as a C. But simply because they do a satisfactory job storing cards doesn't mean they're what I'd personally call an overall satisfactory experience. Next, Dex Protection, whose portfolios in the past have been some of my favorites, return with an expansion of options with their zip binders, available in 4-pocket, 9-pocket, or even 12-pocket, otherwise known as 4-column sizes. I love having a lot of choices, and I love the design here. Dex has offered my favorite exterior ever, their unique Saffiano cushioning, which is more than just scratch and scuff resistant. I love the elegant design, and the extra padding offers extra protection from outside pressure. And the extremely rigid cover means the cards inside are safe against folds and bends. And now with a high gauge zipper to ensure cards that somehow might slip out in transit are still safe within the binder. All sizes have the zipper now as an option, and of course the side loading pockets, and all utilize an additional flyleaf before the first and after the last page to provide additional protection. So at first I thought this was going to be another A grade to Dex Protection, but as I fully filled these zip binders up, I noticed a disconcerting issue that, even after a lot of testing, just wouldn't go away. So there's a major problem with the zip binders that I encountered, and here's a full zip binder 4-column, and as you can see, once we open it, look at this dramatic bulge that occurs. And as you flip through your pages, and it was kind of hard to capture in the overhead shot, but it's very displeasing to look at, and it makes me feel uncomfortable. Now, obviously, this bend and crease is in between the first and second column, and indeed, this is something that happens in all of the zip binders when they become full. So cards themselves are not actually getting bent, and as you flip through more pages, it reduces somewhat, but I'm very unhappy that this is there at all. Obviously, this has something to do with the length of the pages from the spine, the fact that the zip binder spine is going to lie flat. I'm not sure entirely, but nonetheless, the problem is there. It is prominent, and it is an issue that I can't look past. Prices are $20 for the 4-pocket, $22 for the 9-pocket, and $28 for the 12-pocket. While these are still extremely high-quality binders in so many areas, I can't ignore this issue, and it's an issue that affects the actual cards stored. So while there's so much to love about these, I have to go with a D for do not buy. At least the Ultimate Guard binders had an acceptable interior. Whatever's causing this issue here needs to be fixed. Meanwhile, the Dragon Shield card Codex continues to impress. Beautiful and extremely firm faux leather exterior with interior pages with rounded corners and consistent stitched binding make for easy flipping and high quality storage. Available in a variety of sizes from 4-pocket to 9-pocket to 12 to even 2-pocket pages, all boast ultra clear pockets that are acid and PVC free with an incredibly high quality black textured backing, ultimately providing unparalleled protection. I just love the materials being used here, especially when you look closely at the page backs, which, like with most things Dragon Shield offers, feels thicker and tougher than the average binder pages. This material is such a great feel. The sides of all these codexes also have a built-in slot for labels, and the elastic band offers a tight yet giving security for your collection of cards. And before you ask, here is a full Dragon Shield Codex. And look at how flat that is. Perfectly flat. This is filled with sleeved and double-sleeved cards on every page, all the way the same as the Dex. And look at that. Beautiful, beautiful work. Also, when completely full, you can see that the pages do not protrude outside of the cover, which is another issue that many other portfolios in the past have had, especially when full. That's why it's always important that when I do testing, these are always filled up completely so that we can see what happens if there's any issues like we had with the Dex. And I can say that the Dragon Shield Codex is nothing short of excellent. Well, I've always loved 4-column pages like these. Great way to see when you're missing a card from a playset and show off those cards you have playsets of. I also found myself rather enjoying the 2-pocket version, as it was a clever and easy way to carry around those few high-end trades I might be taking down to the store. or just the 4 pocket pages for a more convenient way to store playsets than the large 12-page binder. Holds single-sleeved, double-sleeved, or unsleeved cards with equal protection and care. I really love these. I can't find a con about them. I may just have a new favorite portfolio in the Dragon Shield codexes. Grade from me is a solid, enthusiastic A for excellent quality on all levels. I hope very much this video has been of some help to you. You can help me out by remembering to like, share, subscribe, or just by leaving a message. And remember, when you're spending your money, be it on binders, portfolios, or just a pack of cards, when it is possible, when it is reasonable, try and spend that money at your local game store. You're supporting your Magic community. If your local game store does not carry any of the items that I have reviewed here or in any of my videos, or if you don't have a local game store, don't just run to Amazon. Check out our Tolarian Community College affiliate page link over at Card Kingdom, where I have everything from the top quality binders and portfolios to deck boxes to card sleeves to every accessory in between and more. Pick up a battle deck, pick up a boulder, pick up the best products that Tolarian Community College has ever reviewed. If you can't find them at your local game store, then you can find them at mine and many others. And that's at cardkingdom.com/TCC.